rumors are true. We have received a small quantity of the action figure known as Turbo Man. I am not going to ask you people to be quiet again. Do you hear me? If you're not one of the lucky few, we have plenty of Turbo Man's faithful pet tiger Booster in stock.
We don't want it! We don't want it!
If you're lying to me, I'll be back.
Enough from me. We're gonna have the games do our talking.
What's up, everybody? It's Jez7780 with What Grinds My Gears. This is a pregame to tonight's show. Just to put a plug out there, we're going to have a great show tonight with Frogs Dope Gaming and our special guest, J-Dub City. Pulling through, man. But yeah, tonight, 8:30, we're going to have a What Grinds... we're going to have the Gaming Grindhouse. Episode 6, I think I'm on. Woo! But with that, I just wanted to do kind of a pre-thing, just things that I've been, kind of, something I just saw, and I was going over it, and just, it grinded my gears a little bit, and I was just like, shout out to Ice Cream Gaming, new mod. Welcome, Ice Cream Gaming, to the mod nation. But shout out to everybody, J-Cat making dinner, Dylan Rafferty, Dominic Darbo. It's cold in Texas. Yo, stay safe in Texas, man. They got some snow and ice. It's crazy. So I was hoping J-Dub still has internet by tonight, but it's crazy over there. But I'm glad everybody's liking my streams. I've been trying to put a lot of stuff out, on the channel, just of games I'm playing, just kind of opinions, just trying to get stuff out there, just to kind of to give you guys insight to like, what's going on, what I'm doing, what I like, what kind of is going well, what just things that I'm playing. And so hit that subscribe button, hit the like on the videos, join in on the chat, man. That's what I do. It's just hanging out. That's all I'm doing right now. Oh, man. Ice cream. It's cold in that UK. Oof. Yeah. It's cold up here. That's what I say. It's cold up here. But, snow is not melted at all. It's still here. It's been just ices and snows. But yeah, man. It's just... So, one of the things that really, it always kind of just gets under my skin a little bit. And I wanted to kind of just take this time just to kind of add, just like my basic just opinion on something, just what I'm thinking, just things that just things that just drive me crazy about this Halo stuff and Halo Infinite per se. So an interview came out I think it came out. I saw it from TrueAchievements.com, and it premiered a few days ago, and I finally got a chance around to listen to it. And they've been updating from the Sandbox team, right? This Sandbox team has been providing updates on Halo Infinite. Now, the Sandbox team is a team that basically describes the weapons, they put the weapons, the vehicles, the equipment. That's their thing. They call them the Sandbox team, and they work both, I guess, in campaign and multiplayer. And actually, my concerns more. What's up, Sinus? How you doing? My concerns are is more of geared towards the what we saw in July, and what we and what this kind of how this stuff is going to impact the campaign, and that's one of the things that I wanted to bring to light here. It's just I hear a lot service, and it's a service game, and we know that the multiplayer is free to play. We know that, and we don't know anything about it. We just know that it's free to play. We haven't seen it or any gameplay, and that's the other shocking thing. The only gameplay we saw was that July event, which I'm gonna run and compare. We've seen it a couple of times, but one of the things I wanted to really highlight is just how this impacts the campaign, because it seems that the service thing I could see in a free to play multiplayer tweaking and all this other stuff, but like when I hear that stuff, I just think about like if this is the same team working in both the campaign and in the multiplayer. How's this gonna work? And you know what? I don't even think they know how it's gonna work. And that's the thing that grinds my gears. And that's what we're gonna get into. So with that, everybody hit that like button, share it out, pregame, and let's get started here on a new episode of what grinds my gears.
Now, whatever your name is, get ready for the big surprise.
Yeah, gotta fix that. Yo, what's up, Buck Roger? No, you didn't miss anything. Just some things we're gonna talk about. So, actually, let me open up this so I could see the chat while I share my screen. Yeah, so let's make sure that works. I didn't want to open up that. We got weather. I didn't want to open up that. Here we go, and I want to just bring this over here so I get to see what you guys are saying while I share my screen. Because we're going to do some sharing. So get into the Halo stuff. And this thing as a service and all this other stuff. Service stuff is not bad. Just going to put it out there. All right? So everybody, what's up, Glenza? The hell has dropped my phone? God damn it, dropped my phone.
Who are you?
Arnold, calm down. So, the thing is service games not bad, right? Just get that out there before everybody gets their panties in a bunch, Xbox boxes in a bunch. Service games are not deemed failures, okay? However, I do have some sort of inclination that I don't think Microsoft and Xbox and Phil Ness understand. What's up, Glorious Kev? What a service game is. Like, I think they think ship a skeleton of a game or a concept. What's up, Sizzle? Ship a concept of a game or like a skeleton of a game. You see from the title screen, Sea of Thieves. And then add over time. That's the service game. Because remember, Sea of Thieves was built as a service game. And I just don't understand how a service game is something that is lacking up front and then add stuff that should have been there at launch over time. That doesn't seem serviceable. That's right, I haven't done a grind in a while. A couple of weeks. But yeah, I want to get... I really... Like, this thing is it really grinds my gears. That's why I have to do this. And I didn't want to take up tonight's show with just, like, going on on a rampage. I will, but you get some extra here, bonus content. So that's the thing about service games. Like, I feel like Microsoft feels that service games is like, hey, just get it out there and we'll fix it later. Or we'll add stuff. The people will tell us what they want. Like, do you put stuff... You should have a vision and a concept and how stuff works together, and that goes out there. And then you adjust if people have pushback, right? I feel what they do is put out a suggestion and then listen to feedback, and then build the rest of the game. Because they don't want to waste their time in making something that people are not going to use. So what they think, and this is the whole thing of Microsoft being a cheap-ass gamer, even though that they have all this money, I feel like when it comes to gaming, yeah, they'll buy studios. They're throwing their money, $7 billion there. But the thing is, what's up, D? How you doing, D? On my spine. How you doing, man? Buddy Cactus, what's up? And Monaco, how you doing? Like, I feel that they're just not putting the money where it matters. Yeah, they buy the studios. Right? Okay, fine. That's fine. But, like, it seems like they don't want to take risks with their games, but they want to do... What's up, Social? How you doing? But what they want to do is they want to take a concept of a game and have people build it for them. You know? They should know their audience. And this has always been the thing, right? That they don't know their audience. And that's what grinds my gears a lot, is that they don't... I feel like they're so disconnected. Oops, we're sorry. Oops, we messed up. Oops, we shouldn't have doubled Xbox Live. Oops, we shouldn't have shown that gameplay. Had we not said anything, you would have been upset. Like, that's the thing. Like, oops, we're sorry. Do you not know your audience? Do you not know the response? And this kind of builds up to this whole service game. And where this kind of doom cloud comes over Halo being billed as a service game. Now, I'm not hearing a lot of the multiplayer is the service, but the campaign is its own thing. I just hear Halo Infinite is a service game. And it seems like they're not defining the free-to-play versus the campaign. Which the campaign, right now you buy it, $59.99, pre-ordered on Xbox. $60 for just this campaign that we saw in July. The free-to-play multiplayer, we don't know anything about it, but it's free-to-play. Okay. So that's the picture, right? How? Now, I got to listen to J-Cat. I'm probably going to listen to it after this about the value of Game Pass. Because the thing is that I think all this stems from Game Pass. But I want to talk specifically about Halo. Because Halo is going to be a victim of Game Pass. And Halo is going to be victim of a service. What's up, Guapzilla? How you doing? Share it out, everybody. Hit that like button. That's my fear. And I said this before, and we had other games show examples of this. The game is the victim of the tech. Crackdown 3 was perfect evidence of that. It had to exist to justify the cloud and possibilities of the cloud. Has anybody utilized that cloud type destruction or anything since Crackdown 3? No. But for Microsoft, it was a utilization of their Azure cloud and what it could be capable of doing. It was like a tech demo. Even though it was a horrible multiplayer that nobody plays and they never really supported, the concept was there. And it's there as that, hey, we're using these servers. Look how we could use them. Crackdown 3 was a victim of the tech. Halo is going to be this cross game. Remember, people said when it got delayed a year, they think Halo was going to be this only next-gen exclusive game, a series exclusive. Well, they quickly came out and said, no, it's not going to be, guys. It's going to be cross-gen, and it's coming out a year later. They're not stopping. It's cross-gen. Now, on top of that, it's in Game Pass. Well, we know the $59.99 version is in Game Pass. The free-to-play multiplayer is free-to-play. Well, what's up, Jamal? How you doing? The thing that kind of... They started with this. Okay, so they started with... in January, they started with this update, right? About Halo Infinite. I'm going to share my screen here. I don't think I have the display when working on this one. There we go. Let's see if this works. Yes, there we go. So, if you look... Oh, here, hold on. Let me fix this thing. Get rid of this freaking taskbar crap. This friggin' Red Faction event. What? So it started here with their update, right? And then this was something that they're gonna do, this Inside Infinite, right? And my issue with this thing, I didn't say it back then, but my issue with this thing was like, where basically you showed the game off in July. Like, it's been shown. Here it is. Like, it's been shown. You showed it off in July, and this is what it is. Okay, you showed it already. Why are we treating like it's behind closed doors type scenario? Like, hey, we're just gonna show a little this, a little that. Like, why are we spreading this news? I think the first thing, if I was Phil Ness and everybody there, was to kind of regain confidence of the Halo community and kind of show them that, hey, look at this new snippet of gameplay. And until we see that, and they still bait us along with this whole stuff, I think that this is stuff that should have came out last January, leading up to the reveal of Halo Infinite. I don't understand why we're talking about this now, because if you think about it, and this is what really is a whole crazy thing, everybody. Grinders, hear this. This is what the whole crazy thing is. This game was supposed to be played, not demo, not beta. This game was releasing November 15th. November with the Xbox Series X. Releasing in November. Not early beta. Not just a multiplayer. Not a snippet of campaign. This game was ready to go in November. A launch title for the series consoles. Okay? So put that and have that in the back of your head as we go through this, because that really just boggles my mind. Is like, why are we kind of pussyfooting around here talking about, here's a weapon, here's a little gun, here's some vehicles that I didn't show you. What are we doing? This game was supposed to be playable. Like, was it a lie? Was November not even real? Like, that's the thing. Like, was November not even real? Because I can't believe that this game was ready to release in November, and we're kind of going back to monthly little updates on the weapons and what we're going to do. And then, on top of that, listen to how they speak about it. Day one guns. Huh? We're talking, this game was supposed to come out in November, and we're in January with a game constantly coming out at the end of this year, and you're talking about day one guns? I swear to God, day one and the whole first year of content should be there this year. That's what's crazy.
Relax. You've been erased.
Yes!
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
This game was supposed to be in your hands playing. Not early build, not the Phil Spencer version. This game was coming out November and got delayed indefinitely and then announced for a year delay. And they're coming out in January and February talking about day one weapons and a service game. Like, I swear, Grinders, I don't know how you feel about it, but if this game launches this year in November, and when it launches, it is like bare bones, like, and it sounds like that, and then they go, guys, more content is going to be coming in the next year. What are we doing here? This is it. I'm going to tell you right now, Xbox fans and all fans, Halo is the best that Microsoft has. If you want to talk about Minecraft, yes, but like, Halo is the creme de la creme franchise for this brand. Without Halo, Xbox would be nothing. They wouldn't even have a goddamn console. Nonetheless, 5 versions of them. Generations. This is the best that they have. And if they're mess up the best, there's nothing that's going to be better than that. This game has tons of money into it. Years of development. 500 people served mimosas and brunch. What are we doing? And then when you say, well, what's this day one stuff? This is what they brought up. Because of the live nature, we should see the Bulldogs. So, like, this is the thing. In July, so just speaking about just the weapons, we knew about the weapons, right? In July, when this game was announced, they had their post when they justified Craig and like, oh, Craig's our friend, we love Craig and stuff like that. People basically were complaining that the original shotgun and pistol are not going to be in the game. And they go at launch, right? They go, where is the Magnum? Where is the shotgun? This is in July. This is in July. Where's this classic shotgun? Where is the Magnum? Not at launch. In July. So now you would think that the game got delayed to holiday 2021. All this stuff would be there, right? Well, good old buddy, old pal. Let's see. Because they asked them, right? Here's the interview.
Well, largely the
shotgun. Considering the team's emphasis on eliminating redundancies, doesn't this make room for the older, powerful shotgun to fit nicely into the new Sandbox as another option?
Options.
Absolutely. The Bulldog does fit that role. And something that we haven't, just to keep in mind, we haven't revealed all of the weapons in the Sandbox yet.
They haven't revealed all the weapons in the Sandbox yet. This game was supposed to be in game. We were supposed to be playing. We would have finished the game right in November. And they're teasing guns that they haven't shown yet. What the hell was what was the schedule of reveals here?
And that powerful shotgun roll is we've already got a weapon that is new, never before seen or talked about, that is filling that role. And we'll talk about that and share it in the coming months as we get into that more. But just to clarify and to reemphasize what I said earlier in a previous question is that we're always going to be looking at new, not just brand new weapons to bring in, but where do the legacy and classic weapons, where's it, when, where, and how do those get to come into the title? Because that, to me, this
at
is
launch,
something that we're really excited about, is that this
where
is not
and
just
excuse me, where and when do these legacy and new weapons show up? On day fucking one, you dumbass. On day one.
Put this thing away. This is not worth it.
Day one. What do you mean where and when? Legacy weapons and stuff. You mean day one? Hell, day one of a year delayed game sounds like a good fucking date to me. What are we doing here? What are we doing here?
Halo game that we're going to get out and then be done with and move on to the next Halo title. But
oh no, we're not doing that. We're not just going to launch this and move on to the next Halo title. No.
And where and how do those get to come into the title? Because that, to me, this is something that we're really excited about, is that this is not just a Halo game that we're going to get out and then be done with and move on to the next Halo title, but we're always going to be looking at how do we keep updating this game. And that's exactly where new and legacy returning weapons can fit in as well.
So we're going to hold off content and add it at a later time. That's the service aspect of it. See, that's bullshit. You have everything there day one and add additional content to a service game. You don't hold stuff back and be like, we're just going to give you the Bulldog and another gun, and then we'll add some more later on, and maybe we'll bring back the Magnum. Hell, maybe in February of 2022, I'll do another interview on a Halo Infinite update, February 2, and we'll tease, we heard your feedback. You want the Magnum back in Halo. Well, we're working hard on it in February 2022. Expect an update next month on where the Magnum is going to be. hoping we could get this out by June 2022 so the Magnum could be introduced to the game. What is this teasing bullshit? This is the thing that grinds my gears. I'm impatient, but Jesus Christ, Microsoft and Phil have no goddamn flame under their ass. This dude must have got 20,000 brunches, and he's still talking about weapons, and like, maybe we'll add them. These are classic weapons. They should be there day one. You shouldn't have to figure out, after a year delay, when these gonna be introduced. What are we doing here? What is this? That's not a service. That's a bitch slap. And wait a second. Wait. This dude, no. You wonder why I gotta do
Not
this
intentional, but it is a lot of fun when you do. On day one, will assuredly be different after multiple updates.
Here's the question.
To the next.
Dude, this has been asked since July, okay? Day one and all this other stuff. Day one, right? This game was supposed to be out in November. What the hell were they going to launch in November? What were they going to launch in November? That trash that we saw in July? And then what? Fix it later? Well, shut up, guys. Like, you should be fixing this thing. Everything that the whole Halo launch and the year of content should be there now. Right? This game is not delayed a month. This game is not delayed a few weeks. This is not pushed out of a holiday season to give it more room in February. This game was moved a year out without a release date. It was delayed indefinitely. And now we still don't have a release date sometime in the holiday of this year. And these people are talking about this game coming in goddamn hot. This game's coming in hot with post-content stuff thinking about it. Are you kidding me? Not only do we wait a year for the game, but then when the game comes out, now we got to wait for you to hear the feedback and to put the things in there that should have been there on day one. Sea of Thieves had the same goddamn problem. The game was shipped, but that was a new franchise. That's the other aspect of this whole thing. But wait, there's more.
Next question. I'm confused about the line, weapons on day one will assuredly be different after multiple updates and patches. Doesn't this mean the weapons included in the base game and the 1.0 version will be altered, or simply that new weapons will be added? And they're referencing a quote from our Halo Infinite blog.
So in short, the answer is yes to both. We are going to have weapons that are altered, the weapons that launched with the game originally. Those will be altered over time, and then we're definitely going to be introducing new weapons. Brand new weapons, never before seen weapons, classic weapons, legacy weapons, all those kind of things will be.
So he says classic weapons here. They're withholding these weapons to release them over time, okay? Now why? Let's hear why. I want to know why we have all these, like, new weapons, legacy weapons, never before seen weapons. Why? Let me ask why. Why do you think, Grinders? Shout out to over 40 people watching. Hit that like button. Hit the subscribe button if you're new here. We're grinding gears right now.
Looking at and discussing and figuring out what the game needs at that time. But just I guess to clarify a little bit with altered weapons that go out day one. When we say alter, we're primarily going to be looking at things that are meta shifting and tuning knobs, but we're going to do everything we can. And I guess previous to the last answer and the other question is, we're going to keep weapons, the feel of the weapons the same, and the roles of the weapons. We're not going to take a weapon and change its role all up. We're not going to change the feel of the weapon. The BR-75 is going to play like the BR-75. It's going to have that 3-round burst. It's going to have that cadence. But we'll be looking at things, for example, the damage output, for example, or perhaps maybe the accuracy. There'll be some things that it will change over time, or maybe max ammo carried in it, or maybe the ammo.
Why does it sound like you just
you
figuring
pick up
stuff
on
out?
the initial
They don't know
pickup.
an answer to
There's
this.
knobs at our disposal that we'll look at.
Knobs.
But we're going to maintain
Shiny
the
knobs.
roles and the feel of the weapons. So when we say alter, Those are the things we're going to try
What's
to
up,
stay away
Chrono?
from. But that being said, never say never. Crazier things have happened, and this is a service game, so we'll have to see as we go. But anything that does change, we will communicate to you as the players, the what and the why, always.
Very cool.
Do I need to say more? Grinders, do I need to say more? Like, am I the only one hearing this stuff and I'm just like, my head is like boggled? First off, I don't know what he's talking about. Is he talking about the multiplayer? Because I don't understand how this works in campaign. Okay? I don't understand how this works in the $60 product, right? The one that you're going to pay for or get in Phil Spencer's Game Pass. First off, this guy sounds like he's just like, man, we're figuring it out.
Bullshit.
Yeah, we're just figuring it out. Oh, I guess, we're not going to know until we launch and everybody complains to us on the boards and that interaction and feedback. Like, we're not going to know. Like, excuse me? They just gave you another year to figure this shit out. And he did say it's a service game, ZX. Yes. But does that sound like a service? We're going to put back, guys, we're gonna add legacy weapons and ones you never seen and all this other stuff. And people asking for the legacy weapons since July. All right? People have been asking for the legacy shotgun and magnum. They asking this thing as options. This dude says, well, we'll see where it fits. It fits at launch when everybody wants it. They're telling you now in July they want it. So why do you need to launch the game this holiday, then say we're listening to feedback, and then and then start talking about the Magnum? How does this work, everybody? I don't understand it. I don't understand how does this come to fruition? People have told you in July when you announced the game and said the Bulldog is the shotgun. People are like, I want the classic shotgun in there. I want the Magnum from Halo 3. I want the Magnum I want the pistol. I want the stuff. I don't want a sidearm. I want to choose between different. Why can't you put 2 sidearms in there? Holy shit. This is Halo Infinite, goddammit. Why am I not going to have infinite weapons? Like, there only could be one? There only could be one Magnum, the sidearm. I can't have the other pistol? And then this dude's talking about, well, we're going to figure out where we're going to put it, when we're going to put it in. And, like, what? At launch of the game, everything should be there. Then you add stuff. So I don't understand this whole like coming in hot thing. And they're just going to figure out over time. So I'm telling you right now, listening to this shit, when this game launches in November, it is going to be Sea of Thieves scale. And they're just going to say, well, we're going to add this. We heard your feedback. I'm like, dude, they've been telling you for a year and a half. What grinds my gears even more is the fact that this game has been delayed a year and they're still talking about it like it's coming in hot. What is going on here? What who's running the studio? Like, what's going on? What? And on top of that, he is the person for Sandbox and multiplayer and single player. Right? How the hell do you play a campaign with lacking weapons? Like, oh, the Magnum is introduced. Like, all of a sudden, what? The Magnum just shows up off a grunt or some shit like that? Like, what's the campaign? Like, and this is my second part of this whole thing. Like, what is the campaign, everybody? Like, what is it? We are on the third. Let me get this chat here. Everybody, we're on the third game in another trilogy, the Reclaimer trilogy, right? We are in another one of these. Remember Halo 3? This game coming out is the Halo 3 of this Reclaimer trilogy. Cortana has gone bonkers. She released the Guardians, and let's go. This is the fight. Finish the fight part 2. This guy sounds like my first Halo game. It sounds like a fan-made Halo game. Like, what do we hit that like button, everybody? Hit the like button because I'm grinding. My head hurts. Exactly, ZX. Yes. They heard your feedback. They've been telling this show. I just showed the article. Here. People were pissed off in July. And wait, you want more? Watch this. Watch this. Wait a second. Where is it? They've been showing these guns since December. Look, here's another update here. December, they've been showing the same the pictures of guns. They've been showing pictures of guns. That's what they've been showing since December. The game was supposed to be in our hands in November, and since December, all they've been showing is goddamn guns. Wait a second. Where is it? I'll tell you right now where it is. July, no shotgun. Watch this. They said it, and they already addressed this stuff. The Bulldog is replacing the shotgun. All right, and this is not just the weapons, but this is all they're talking about now. God, heaven forbid, they talk about the goddamn saying, yo, we fixed the game, right? Wait a second. They already address it, and they go, we know you're going to, and I've done this on a previous show before. I brought this up on the Halo Waypoint, Halo Infinite updates. Let me see. I think it's Halo. Hey, you know what? It's the Halo Community Update January? July. Halo Infinite. Halo Community Spotlight? No. Halo Community Update July. Here it is. Infinite Inquiries. This is after that trash was shown in July. This article, right? This is where they address and they double down on Halo Infinite. So this thing was shown in July. So here's the feedback that they're saying they're getting. So, and I don't think you can see it. Let me see if I can zoom in. Hold on. There's small text. I don't know why. There we go. Maybe you can see better now. There we go. So yeah, this is the Halo Infinite update that they provided in July. This is before it got delayed indefinitely. This is before the delayed announcement, right? And I've done this before, and the questions about the graphics and how, like, you know, all this, oh, you loved it, it's a cleaner look and models and all that other bullshit, all bunch of horse shit. They wound up delaying the game for a year after it. So going back and reading this is friggin' hilarious. But here, just talking about the weapons, because that's the thing that we're on. You know, here it is. We're excited to build Halo Legacy Sandbox, introducing new components to further evolve and expand gameplay experiences. The Sidekick and Bulldog are brand new weapons that bring something different. The Sidekick is a true sidearm and lightning fast to draw on. Truly excel, yeah, blah, blah, blah. Bulldog, yeah, marketing that bullshit. And then it says, players will be better equipped to dispatch the multiple targets quickly with the Bulldog and other variants of these, such as the classic Magnum. But classic Magnum and tactical shotgun aren't currently featured in Halo Infinite. And then here's this. As we look beyond launch, this is when launch was supposed to be November, right? The launch was supposed to be November. Because this article is when? From July 2020. What are we doing here? This is the stuff that, if you are a true Xbox fan, Halo fans, these are the things that will go, oh shit, we're in trouble.
Bullshit.
Yeah, well, and like this.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions.
I wouldn't be saying.
Have them answered immediately.
That's right, Arnold. I would not be saying, let's buy some more studios. I'll be like, oh shit, let's be worried about what we got right now because this don't look good. As we look beyond launch, we have robust plans to continue evolving the game, which will include further additions of Halo Infinite Sandbox. That's the content, basically. We understand some players won't be thrilled over the prospects of different pistols and shotguns, but we encourage you to keep an open mind, and we look forward to everyone getting the hands-on perspective with these new weapons. So why is this guy coming out in February after the game has been delayed a year saying the same as bullshit post-launch content? Am I losing it? Am I? Like, you heard the feedback. How the hell can you say that this stuff is not going to be ready at launch? And you're still trying to figure out a way. You're purposely withholding content because you're saying it's a service game. That's why I said Microsoft doesn't know what a service game is. That's the thing. You shouldn't be saying this in July. This is before the game got delayed, talking about launch, and then saying the same thing in February after you just got a year. What about all the post-launch content that was supposed to happen after November 2020? Now it's post-launch, so when this game launches in this year, is it going to be the same state that it was content-wise that it was supposed to be a year before? People are telling you now, we want the shotgun and mag. Just put them in the game. And my old thing is like, how does this work in campaign? So my point about, we're looking at an open world Halo game. All right? An open world Halo game. Like, we are at the third part of this installment. How do you introduce new weapons in the campaign? Like, you would think you would have amazing set piece. Like, this is the fight, man. This is the fight with the Guardians, and it happened already, and now you just crash land by yourself with old, bootleg Joel, dollar bill filled Joel, pilot, and you're just exploring a plan. And what all of a sudden it's like, hey, I'm using this new Bulldog. Oh, new content update in February 2020. They have introduced the Magnum. And then Master Chief's like running around this open world now going, look, the Magnum that I used to use just shows up. How does that work in campaign? What do you do? Have an air supply drop going, Chief, here's classic shotgun and Magnum air drop onto the new Halo ring. Oh, good. I was just about to fight the boss. I was just about to fight the brutes. I'm so glad you dropped in the classic shotgun and pistol. Thanks, guys. Are we expecting some amazing set pieces? Are we expecting amazing, navigated, curated Halo climax story of the conflict between Chief and Cortana and Halsey? Yes, that's right, Salty. Thank you. Please, everybody, hit that notification bell. YouTube messing up again. Thank you, Salty. Hit that like button, everybody. We got the pregame. What are we doing? How do you introduce new weapons and new vehicles in a campaign that's supposed to be the culmination of the Reclaimer trilogy? The Didac fought, killed. The Cortana's gone rampant. Chief was trying to get Halsey, the creator. Like, there was this huge story. This is what I don't understand. How do you abandon this stuff in this story, which was shitty? It wound downhill in Halo 5. But now you just completely abandon it and just say, hey, all those weapons you were using, the 5 other, yeah, we'll ship them in later because it's a service game. Like, what is Master Chief going to do? Like, that's what I don't understand. How does this work as a service game and campaign, which is your $59.99 game or your Game Pass game? Because I can understand the multiplayer, which I don't know how they're going to introduce new guns and stuff in multiplayer. Fine. But, like, how does that translate into the campaign, which is the thing that everybody's paying for? And then how does that fit into the story? Are we just going to have generic Halo missions, like go defeat the AA guns like we saw in the campaign demo? Like this wonderful thing right here? Like, here we go. This is the culmination of everything, right? So this crazy, amazing demo. Go shoot AA guns. Like, where was he getting an airdrop? Does one of those Minecraft Lego bricks fall off? Like, what? I don't have no goddamn clue. I have no friggin' clue. Do they start dropping the new Magnum? Like, how do you introduce this? Is it a side mission? What's up, Neil? Is it a side? Like, what is it? I've seen this thing a million times. This looks like trash. This is horrible. This looks like a fan-made bullshit Halo game, and I think even those look better. This looks like bootleg Halo. That's what this looks like. The grass, this game looks horrible. This looks exactly what the hell they're talking about. We'll just figure it out. We're going to find the best time and place to introduce the weapons of the classic Magnum and shotgun and new vehicles. You know what? Launch sounds like a damn good time to show those things. But look at the generic missions. Here. This is what I said before. Oh, fight the AA gun up here. Oh, man. That sounds like an amazing story-based mission. That sounds amazing. Is this the kind of fodder we're going to have in the game so that I could grind to maybe earn the Magnum or when you do a weapon drop? Like, how does this new content as a service function in campaign unless the campaign is just open world bullshit Ubisoft fodder? That's what I don't understand. You were trying to tell, you're pivoting a game that had a story, a legacy of a story. Chief and Cortana. And now what are you doing? You had a shitty Halo 5 story that was mistold, but at least it was a goddamn story. You had the gang back together at the end of Halo 5, and now you're just like, what? Just going to throw me on a Halo ring and give me random to-do missions? Like, imagine Borderlands going like, well, it's a service game. We're going to tweak all the guns that you're playing. No, you don't tweak Borderlands. Borderlands is Borderlands. Like, what are you tweaking? Oh, we're going to make more weapon damage. And why would that matter in campaign? Like, why does this matter in campaign? Like, I don't understand it. That's what I understand, the tweaking in a free-to-play multiplayer and new guns and earn them on unlockables. I can understand. But how does it fit into this? Is there a weapon drop or a mission to say retrieve your classic thing? Now, they did talk about this in here, and this sounds okay. It sounds cool. But, like, see how he breaks this here? So, they said in the interview here.
So, the next question. So, obviously,
he says here about the. Hear this.
Do you simply mean fighting someone in combat for an equipment pickup? Or does this mean we can potentially start with equipment at the start of a game and charge up its use by earning kills?
Got it. Yeah, I could clarify that a little bit. Simply what we meant by that statement was in multiplayer, you could expect to acquire equipment as if they're on the map, and you go to that location to find it. And sometimes that location is contested, and you have to win a battle to gain that equipment, and at other times you gain the equipment just by killing that enemy that had the equipment, and they drop their weapons and their equipment if they're carrying any, and then you could loot it and take it for yourself. That's what we meant by earned via combat, not with any kind of meters or.
You mean like Halo has always been? If they had equipment, it just goes flying, like Halo 3, like
or building up anything like that. It's just simply put.
Yes.
So next question
like
here is going to be,
here it is.
From the gameplay trailer shown a few months ago, it looks like the Warthog lost its front left wheel when it ran over a suicide grunt. Is this a new feature for vehicles in the sandbox?
Very astute viewing. Yeah, the front left wheel was damaged by that grunt that had the plasma grenades out. That is something that we have a new feature that we're not totally getting into, but just a
new feature
we're not getting a little bit because it's exciting and it's really cool. Is that we are
that the vehicles will
putting
have
more effort into a fully fledged damage response system to our vehicles, because we wanted to award our pilots and our drivers, our wheelmen, if you will, that when they drive the vehicles that we're going to be having in Halo Infinite, that there's more to it than just simply health. Like I got damaged, and the
I
more
thought you could shoot the wings
there's
off
only
the
a finite
Banshee
amount
and
of
off
health
the
I have,
Ghost.
and then the vehicle will go to a doom state and explode. So we're trying to get it more
Halo
of
2.
when a certain tire gets shot out, then the vehicle will drive differently. Or air vehicles, how they will handle based on where they receive damage from. So that also plays into, as an attacker trying to deal with
Microtransactions to
vehicles,
repair the wall.
I now have more interesting choices of
Microtransactions
how I
to repair the
want
wall
to.
code. So wait a second. I gotta see. So he says specific damage areas, right? Okay. Let me see here. My Halo history is not. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. Was it vehicle damage? I gotta check. Damage, wings. So he said this is a new feature that they're not getting into right now. All right. Let me see. Vehicle damage. I thought you could shoot the. Can't you? I thought you could. I remember flying with a Banshee with one wing. Wait a second. Let me just check. Okay. Yeah, so a feature that they're not getting into right now is Halo 2. Look, he's flying with one wing. Oh, he just lost the other wing. So maybe they lose control. That's the feature, I guess. But, like, vehicle-specific damage was in Halo 2. Dude, and then to treat it like it's a secret. Like, that's the thing. Like, come on, man. Like, these are not things to tease. Just show the shit. There are people that are concerned with this. Like, this game was delayed due to concerns. This is not the time to tease. And withhold stuff because it's a service game. Wait. There's more.
A powerful shotgun to fit.
There's a shotgun about service games, but wait a second. Let's see if I get to the other question.
But I think having the original sidearm is a must.
Legacy weapons, and that's something that we don't want to do.
We heard this already.
I'll just cut it short
Go
there.
back and hear that about the weapon stuff.
And for those of you that don't know, I'm mainly referring to the look stun, or when you shot.
And our next.
Wait, where is this?
Next question.
Equipment earned. And I just still, like, he keeps talking about
Included
multiplayer
in the
and
base
campaign,
game.
day one, and patches.
The Sandbox team crest. How did this design of the Sandbox
I don't
team
care about the crest. Show the game. And just for fun, we're going to do this. Here we go. Just for fun. Just for fun, we're going to do this. And where is... I thought there was another part in here. About him saying... Now, he just... Again... like physical damage to the vehicles. Like I'm like, he's like, we're not talking. Yeah, where is it? He says it here. It's like, I cut him off. Oh, this is the other thing that he talked about. Holy crap! This is why I had it up. The grenades. The grenades, guys. The grenade. Hey, wait. I have this. I was rehearsing this because I was looking at this and I was looking at the gameplay at the same time. Holy crumbuns. Here we go. Watch this. Ready? Let me cue them up. This is what happens when I go live. Let me cue them up with the grenades. Watch this. Yes, that was the other one I was looking for. The grenade one. Hear this.
Really far away. Sidearm that someone.
The gunfighter magnum from Halo.
You know, I think as I look back at it, I would have to say my favorite would be...
Yo, it's a big cloud!
Probably Halo CE, referring to the look stun, or when you shot, at least in multiplayer,
there you go, Bit.
when you shot another opponent with that there, it would make it very difficult for them to actually turn.
We got
turn
him.
speed.
Here, wait, watch this grenade. This is gonna be some premium grinds content. Get close. Hit the like button.
And finish the kill with that melee.
Watch this.
And our
watch this.
Very similar.
Now, what's your favorite legacy weapon? I don't want to hear this.
Halo Reach.
He talks about all the weapons not in the game.
Come about.
Where's your grenade talk, bitch?
Yeah.
Oh, I had him. I had it. Where is it?
Absolutely, the Bulldog does. If I get to come in to.
He talked about the spike grenade.
I like the new pistol and all.
Wait. Where's this? I'm sorry. I'm.
It's very similar to it in our play.
And now
here,
I would have to say.
Where's your spike grenade talk, bitch?
When you shot.
Where is it?
Knit Sandbox Halo CE is probably. Covenant.
They worked on the spike grenade.
DMR, I guess.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to find it. Then I'll put the movie on. Don't worry.
These two.
I'll get it. I'm looking for his thing about the spike grenades.
And exciting is that the spike grenade, it has blades. It's
got it. You will
see about that just for just a few seconds because I think it's really cool and exciting is that the spike grenade.
Here we go. Get ready.
But we are going to
cue up this multimedia extravaganza. Grinders, hit that like button.
A little bit of wrinkles with the grenades. So, like you saw, the spike grenade was thrown at Chief, and Chief also threw the spike grenade. And even in that, we're looking at having a little wrinkle there. So, just to talk a little bit about that, just for just a few seconds, because I think it's really cool and exciting. Is that
hey, Craig,
the spike grenade? It has blades. It's like this brute weapon, this explosive weapon that has blades on it that sticks into
so visceral. Watch how visceral it is when he throws it.
And we looked at that. It was like, well, if it has blades, why can't we just make it deal more damage when it sticks to things? And that's what we did. So we actually, there's some fun moments where in the campaign where there's like grunts, which are weaker on the scale of health of enemies that you fight. Dude. You could stick them with a spike grenade, and it just has blades and the damage on it that they will die right out. And then it still has the fuse on it, so it'll explode and shrapnel will go everywhere. But that's just one of those moments where we wanted to really go all in on the character of not just vehicles and equipment and weapons, but even our grenades. We're trying to really differentiate the offering on everything in Sandbox.
That's awesome. I knew it was planned. I have yet to nail a grunt with one of those spike grenades, but I'm looking forward to it when I do. Our next question is going to be, you guys had mentioned the Bulldog is meant to fill the role of a fast-firing, low-power shotgun. Considering...
Wait, you see that? These grenades have blades on. They got blades. Where is it? They got blades on them. They got blades on them. They're so visceral. They got the blades on them. Dude, he says that it insta kills the grunt. Well, wait a second. We got a brute here. We got Craig too, with full armor. He just lost his head. Well, exactly, Nick. What are we doing here? So wait, he was saying that the grenade kills grunts instantly if they get stuck with them. But that's a grunt. This is a brute with full armor who gets stuck after this wonderful, most powerful hook shot. This looks horrible. This looks horrible. Watch the stick. Look at this face. He's going to react to the grenade being stuck to him. Watch. Oh! It's stuck to him. Oh my God, look at his face. He's angry. He's angry. So he's going to shoot up in the sky. And there it is. It has blades on it. Blows him up, shrapnel everywhere. Oh my God. And watch his amazing animation. Like, he had full armor on. It kills grunts. What the? Dude just drops. He goes from flying to drop. So this is a perfect example of how words don't match what's being discussed. Oh, it sounds, oh yes, there's blades, and it'll be more damage if you hit somebody with this stuff. Like that. So you hear the words coming out of his mouth and how it's supposed to be more damage. He's talking about a grunt. That would hit a brute with full armor. They don't react either. There's an infamous pop-up. But the problem is that they're not in position to kind of talk baby steps right now. They got to show a new demo. Because this is all we got. And when they're talking about hyping up things we haven't shown you yet, they need to show something. Showing little screenshots of a weapon is not going to satisfy you. Like, they need to show that this thing's been fixed. This is all we got, Smooth. I'm glad you're feeling better, man. This is all we got. We got words, which I just played, and we got this trash-ass demo. Please, direct me to new gameplay. I would love to see it, because that's what I'm asking for. I'm asking for new gameplay because we're beyond words right now. This game has been delayed a year, and they're treating like they're teasing news like this is 2 years before last year. Like this game was supposed to be in our possession in November. All the weapons, legacy weapons being added as service, like this should have been in our possession already. And they're talking about it like we're going back my first Halo game. This is what we're doing here. And I am talking about what the guy just said a few days ago versus the demo that they shown. That's what I'm doing. We're not just running this demo. I'm going based on what this guy said right here in his little interview. Where is he? Here he is. Here we go. This just came out. This is what they're doing now.
I have yet to nail a grunt with one of those spike grenades, but I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. I'm talking about his description of these.
On it that they will die.
He's talking about the description of these grenades. And then I'm going based off what we see. And tell me that that's not a cause for, like,
with the grenades.
What are we doing here?
Like you saw
Let's see it again. I guess we need to do it for those in the back.
At Chief, and Chief also threw the spike grenade.
People need to see.
And even in that, we're looking at having a little wrinkle there. So just to talk a little bit about that just for just a few seconds, because I think it's really cool and exciting, is that the spike grenade, it has blades. It's like this brute weapon, this explosive weapon that has blades on it that sticks into surfaces and enemies. And we looked at that. It was like, well, if it has blades, why can't we just make it deal more damage when it sticks to things? And that's what we did. So we actually, there's some fun moments where in the campaign where there's like grunts, which are weaker on the scale of health of enemies that you fight. You could stick them with a spike grenade, and it just has blades and the damage on it that they will die right out. and then it still has the fuse on it, so it'll explode and shrapnel will go everywhere.
It's talking about grunts.
But
That's not a
just one of
grunt.
those moments where we wanted to really go all in on the character of not just vehicles and equipment and weapons, but even our grenades. We're trying to really differentiate the offering on everything in Sandbox.
That's awesome. I knew it was planned. I have yet to nail a grunt with one of those spike grenades, but I'm looking forward to it when I do. Our next question is going to be, you guys had mentioned the Bulldog is meant to fill the role of a fast-firing, low-power shotgun. Considering the team's emphasis on eliminating redundancies, doesn't this make room for the older, powerful shotgun to fit nicely into the new Sandbox as another option?
Absolutely. The Bulldog does fit that role. And something that we haven't, just to keep in mind, we haven't revealed all of the weapons in the Sandbox yet. And
They
that
haven't
powerful
revealed all the
shotgun
weapons in the
role
Sandbox yet. What are you waiting for? What are we doing here? If you got nothing to say, then don't say anything at all. If you we're happy about what we didn't show you. Dude, they were saying that. Where is this? This the January one? Yeah. Here. Here. This is January. Where is it? Where's my famous line? What is your favorite weapon, vehicle, or equipment in Halo Infinite? We have some really exciting equipment we haven't shown yet. Like, what are we doing here, man? What are we doing here? If you have nothing to say, don't say anything, dude. Like, you are in a rebuilding phase. Like Froggy said, it was delayed for a reason. And Froggy, my whole point is, I don't know when you jumped on, but the whole point is that, yes, it was delayed for a reason. So why are they coming out in February talking about day one guns? Shouldn't the day one guns from November be more than a year later? Like, what's the deal? How are we still talking about day one guns and weapons and equipment and vehicles being introduced over time after this game launches after a 1 year delay? Is Halo Infinite going to be what we want 2 years from now? Is that the idea? And then secondly, how does that translate to a campaign? How the hell do you play a campaign and all of a sudden they added a new gun? It just shows up. Like, what's the escalation? What's the experience of the campaign? There's a cause for questioning. I want set pieces. I want the culmination of the Reclaimer trilogy. Just like finish the fight with Halo 3, this is finish the fight against Cortana. Like, this is the finish the fight. I hope there's set piece stuff. I hope there's not just fodder open world missions just because you got to do something in Halo Infinite. And it sounds like that. You listen to that interview and go back and listen to it. It sounds like they're just figuring shit out. We'll see what the community says, and maybe we'll add that gun. We'll find out the best place to add legacy weapons and maybe some new vehicles. And we're not talking about vehicle damage yet. And what are you doing? What are we doing here? What is this?
This is not worth it.
It's turbo time.
What are we doing here? If it doesn't bother you, Froggy, don't worry about it. Do what you gotta do, man. But if you were a real fan, if you were a real Halo fan, this shit sucks. Alright? This shit sucks. It sucks. Plain old sucks. And I swear, if this game comes out, They're talking, like, dude, they're talking service shit a year later. This sucks. And if you deny it, enjoy the bullshit that you're going to get fed. Just don't come talking to me with that dirty ass breath, with that mouthful of bullshit. This sucks. Plain as day. And this is the best thing that they got. And it sucks. And it looks like it's being handled by my first Halo team. This dude came on at Halo 5. He came on in Halo 5. He came on. Talking about Halo CE. Bitch, please. The hell out of here. We're going to add shit over time to campaign. The fuck kind of campaign is that? Multiplayer's free. We haven't seen that either. This game was supposed to be fully intact in November. It's going to launch hot, JCat. That's the problem. They're talking about this game going to launch hot again. Do you hear this, Froggy? God damn it!
This explosive weapon that has
to nail a grunt with one of those spike grenades, but I'm looking forward to it.
He's looking forward to it. He can't wait.
Our next question is going to be...
What does he say?
Got it. Yeah, I could clarify that a little bit.
Wait.
Reveal more about Halo Infinite. Ravager, it plays a little bit differently.
And what does it specialize in?
He says about legacy weapons. They've been telling them that we need legacy weapons.
The tuning as well as a bunch of new stuff coming down. That's awesome.
Yeah. We will communicate to...
Yeah.
We're going to try to...
I just want to come back to Froggy. Froggy. Shout out to Froggy for coming in here. Hear what he says right here, Froggy. You said there's a reason why Halo Infinite was delayed. Why is he talking like this then?
Or perhaps maybe the accuracy. There's be some things that it will change over time, or maybe max ammo carry
the
weapons the same, and the roles of the weapons. We're not going to clarify a little bit with meta shifting and tuning knobs. So when we say alter, those are the things we're going to try to stay away from. But that being said, never say never. Crazier things have happened, and this is a service game, so we'll have to see as we go. But anything that does change, we will communicate to.
And somebody said in chat, just like Gears. But I understand Gears getting fixed with multiplayer balancing. I want to know how this works in campaign, because he really doesn't differentiate campaign and multi. This is the only time he does that. But like, how do you tweak and like, what are you doing here?
And it just has blades and the damage on it.
Oh, don't even. I found the grenade thing.
Have
the bulldog there. And this next question actually is pretty similar, or at least along the same vein.
They've been saying since July.
I think having the original sidearm is a must, being such an iconic weapon.
We didn't want to do previously where the Magnum changed from Halo CE to Halo 2, and then it changed again from Halo 2 to Halo 3, and then so on and so on. Every new Halo game seems to change legacy weapons, and that's something that we don't want to do. If we're going to bring a legacy weapon back, we want it to be and play like that weapon that players remember and understand, without having weird design decisions on why this thing is changed, whatnot. We really want these things to be what they are.
So just put them in the game for what they are. Why does it need this extra thought? It's a legacy weapon for a goddamn reason. It's from the previous games and should be there. Why are you dangling it like a carrot into this service base? That's what I don't understand. What is the idea of this game?
And so that's where, with the Magnum, we wanted to make sure that when we do it, that we do it right, and with our design goals of pistols being like pistols and not being hyper accurate from really far away. That's where the sidekick is where that weapon is. It's that true sidearm that someone can use quickly and efficiently. And then our rifles play much more closer to rifles. So I guess that, I don't know. I mean, I could talk forever on this stuff, and that's why I like doing these kind of things, John, and talking about the Sandbox.
Tell
But
someone we haven't heard.
I guess I don't, I'll just cut it short there, is that, yeah, we love the Magnum. It's special in our hearts. And when and if and how we bring it back, we want to make sure we do it right, and that the fans will recognize it as the Magnum, and we're not tweaking it or changing it from what it used to be.
All right, so the
Halo Sea of Thieves. That's all I'm hearing. Halo goddamn Sea of friggin' Thieves. I hear it's gonna be, I don't know. I'm just lost for words. God damn it. You want to add stuff, legacy to multiplayer, to keep multiplayer fresh. Here's the Magnum, the classic Magnum, and all right, fine, multiplayer, fine. But what about the $60 product? What about the $60 product that's going to be in Game Pass? Like, what about that? You know, what about that? How does the Magnum, when and where? And people are talking about the Magnum. I want the Magnum in a campaign should have all the guns. Whether how you balance them to put them in multiplayer, that's another story. Yes, that's right. The spike grenades have blades. They're so visceral. But that's the thing. Your campaign should have everything. And he's not making a differentiation. Your campaign should have all the guns in it. No Man's Halo. That's another good one. Oh, it's kept. How? How do they do that? If all these weapons are in campaign, hooray. Doesn't sound like it. If you want to put that stuff in the free-to-play multiplayer, then fine. I just don't understand how you're going to have a campaign that's going to have set pieces and balance and all this other stuff when you're talking about tweaking weapons. Like, you really don't typically see tweaked weapons in campaigns. Like, Call of Duty's not like, hey, that AK is a little strong in mission 5, so we're tweaking the weapon for the campaign mission. Usually the balance and stuff that he's talking about, the knobs, are handled more in a multiplayer game. So hopefully the campaign has everything in it, and he's talking about the multiplayer. It would be nice if they clarified that, because when he talks about the thing having blades, he's talking about killing grunts. He's not talking about hurting other humans in multiplayer. He's talking about hurting grunts. He's talking about the PvE. So, again, bunch of talking, nothing being said. And you want to know what? I've said it before. We're beyond this kind of teasing and talking. Halo needs to be shown in all its glory. And it needs to kick ass so that I could buy it on Steam. That's the goal here. It needs to look amazing so that I could buy it on Steam. It needs to play amazing. It needs to be the culmination of the Arcanum trilogy. It needs to show, finish the fight. That's right, ZX. It's usually multiplayer. Exactly, Salty. Spike grenade is sticky grenade has been used in first-person shooters since 360. Fancy words with no delivery. And this trails into the other thing that I'll probably get into tonight, is the whole Jason Rowland on Major Nelson's podcast floating around some bullshit news. Oh, well, we're going to add the Xbox DVR and all the, like, we're going to hear, like, dude, you launched the console. Did you not think about having those features ready for launch? What is this whole launching and now teasing updates throughout the year? Like, this is what they've been doing, and they have you people waiting years and years while they tease the news to the news without showing product. And then when the product comes out, it gets extra criticized because they hyped it up for 2 fucking years. This is the routine that everybody's going into. Because they tease the tease, and then when the thing actually shows, it's not what worked the tease. Well, we got Jason Rollin here for a wonderful interview, and he has some stuff to say. Man, Jason, what updates are coming out? Well, you'll be seeing updates come to the Series X. We heard the feedback about the DVR not allowing for more time. We heard that feedback, so expect more updates later this year on that. Well, what? What? If you got nothing to say right now, then get off the goddamn interview. Why are you doing an interview saying you can't talk about shit? I'm happy about what I didn't show you. Get the fuck off my interview. We're about to have an interview with somebody. What can you tell? Oh, tell us all about it. Well, I really can't say anything. Thank you. Interview is over. Goodbye.
This is not worth it.
Trickle out the news. Why? So what? You just keep paying your subscription and you keep staying around in the Xbox ecosystem just waiting for something to drop? Like, is that their strategy, just to kind of trickle out bullshit? You showed Halo in July. You delayed it in November for a year. Dude, if Halo's being rebuilt, which a lot of people are expecting considering a year delay, and Joseph Staten is back on board, I don't want to hear we're going to add day one weapons, day one vehicles. No, that shit better be all there on day one, and shit that I don't know about starts showing up. Like Ghost of Tsushima multiplayer bullshit. Don't do the Sea of Thieves treatment to Halo. Like, you can't just say, well, you're just going to do a bunch of missions right now, but you know what? We heard you. More content's coming in the next coming months. Like, after you waited a year, you're going to tell people to get this game in November and wait some more. And that's the point of everything. All these interviews, all these updates keep alluding to this service, and the service is delivering content that should probably be there on day one. And considering that the game is delayed a year, like, how's that stuff not there now? Now that you got a year of extra time, you should be working on those legacy weapons right now, considering people told you in July they want those legacy weapons. Why are you talking about, well, we got to find the where and the how and the work and make sure it works? What are you talking about? The where and the how is you work on it now and have it ready for launch for the year delay. Why are we talking? Oh, well, it's a service game. Dude, that's not a service. Do you go to a restaurant and they go, I want this amazing bison burger with a side of fries, an applesauce, and a nice pina colada. Do you go to the restaurant and when you walk in, your pina colada? Here's your pina colada, sir. Thank you. I would have liked it with my meal. Here's the bun. Where's the meat? Oh, the meat's coming. Hold on. Another 10 minutes later. Here's the lettuce, sir. Here's the meat. Oh, I want the cheese. That'll be another 5 minutes. Here's the cheese. Here are the French fries. Here's the applesauce. Do you leave that place going, that's great service, that they just basically spoon-fed you each piece? That's not a service. That's bad service. So when you launch a game, the withholding content is not a service. That's not the idea of a service game. Ship out with a skeleton of a game and say, we'll patch it later. We'll fix it later. We'll take your feedback and add it later because it's not ready. What are we doing here? Froggy, the game was supposed to be out in November, dude. This is not a game that was slated for this year. This dude was supposed to come out in November. We would have saw all the weapons. This guy's coming out 3 or 4 months after the delay, after we were supposed to play the game. This is not polished. What the fuck were they going to ship us in November, man? Froggy, what the fuck they going to ship us in November? What? Master Chief and Dollar Bill Droll? Yeah, where's Matt Booty? Phil looking for that booty. What are we doing here? This game was supposed to be out in November. This is not a delay for polish. Nobody's polishing anybody's ass. A service is not withholding bullshit and giving it to you later. That's not the idea of a service game. If that's the case, then they better not charge you $60 for Halo then. If they're still working on it. That game is going to be $60. And already they're saying these things are not going to be there post-launch. We're going to figure out when we're going to put them in. Dude, you got another fucking year to work on the game. What do you mean post-launch? That's my point. And that's what grinds my gears. Hit that like button. We're coming on tonight. The gaming Grindhouse is going to be lit. J-Dub City special guest. Frogs Dope Gaming. We got some topics to talk about. But keep it locked to this channel. Hit that subscribe button, everybody. Thank you again for this awesome Grinds My Gears. Had to get it off my chest. Shout out to over 60 people watching. Hit that like button. Share it out. Tune in tonight, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. Thank you again. And I am out.